Today we'll make some Mai Tais and we'll swap out the lime juice for something else. And you can do this with whatever you want. But I'll be using pineapple juice for one, POG juice for another, and finally, a strawberry guava version with a strawberry pineapple orange curacao foam. Now the big issue with all of these Mai Tais is that we're replacing our lime juice with something that is less acidic. That means we need to acid adjust all of these juices. And acid adjusting is a simple method by taking a less acidic juice, or any liquid actually, and adding in powdered acids to bring that acidity up to match something else. And in this case, we're talking about the acidity of lime juice. That's our gold standard for a Mai Tai. So you can do this by adding powdered acids to a batch of juice, or you can do it the easier way, which is to use my acid adjusting solutions. I've done a couple of videos on this so far, but all this is a solution of acids and water. And it's a very concentrated solution of acids and water that allows you to easily acid adjust anything. But it's really been designed to be used to acid adjust just a single ounce of juice. And it just so happens that Mai Tais with lime juice have 1 ounce of juice. So all we need to do is figure out the acidity of the juice we want to adjust, and then add in 1 milliliter of this solution for each 1% that we want to increase it. So for a pineapple juice Mai Tai, we can expect our juice to have a natural acidity of about 1%. And we want to match that of lime juice, which is 6%. That would mean we need to increase the acidity by 5%. So we just add in 5 milliliters of our acid adjusting solution. And now we have pineapple juice that matches the acidity of lime. And as you're entering the world of acid adjusting, you may want to try to find some list of the acidities of different juices or fruits. And that list, it does not exist, at least not yet. There is no database, but there are some great resources out there for you to find. However, this always comes up. pH is irrelevant to acid adjusting juices. So don't run out and get pH strips to test for acidity. We want titratable acidity, and that's much harder for us normal folks to figure out. pH and TA measure different things, and the titratable acidity is how we taste and perceive the acidity. And right now, you already have the best acidity tester imaginable. It's that thing that's in your mouth. When in doubt, taste it. And the beauty of this solution is that you can use just 1 milliliter at a time to bring that acidity of 1% to where you want to be. And you can do that gradually till you get to the right spot. Plus, you can add this to a finished cocktail to give it a boost if you didn't add enough acid to begin with. Now, that might seem a little complicated, but that's as nerdy as we're going to really get today. And if you want to know more about this solution, I'll leave links to those videos in this episode's description. So let's make this pineapple juice Mai Tai, often now called the Royal Hawaiian Mai Tai. And this method of acid adjusting pineapple juice for cocktails, and specifically in a Mai Tai, was really popularized by Garrett Richard at the Sunken Harbor Club in Brooklyn and in the Tropical Standard book. Now that book's been out for a couple years now, and it's still the best book that you're going to find if you want more techniques and recipes for acid adjusting cocktails. And there's also just a bunch of other delicious cocktails in that book as well. So let's start with 1 ounce of pineapple juice, 5 milliliters of our acid solution, half an ounce of orgeat, half an ounce of an orange curacao, and 2 ounces of rum. Garnish with some mint, of course, a slice of pineapple. Oh, and whatever you do, don't forget your orchid. So there you go, a pineapple or Royal Hawaiian Mai Tai. I spent an extra 30 minutes in my car today to get these orchids, so thankfully I remembered. So cheers. What's fun about this Mai Tai is you really can still taste the pineapple juice, but there's a great underlying tartness to it that you don't get if you were to obviously not acid adjust your juice. But just the change from lime to pineapple completely transforms this into something that is so much less familiar than we are with the Mai Tai, because you're not, the lime juice in the Mai Tai adds lime flavor, but really it's almost just like in the background, not something that you're tasting because we're so used to just lime juice in cocktails. So we pick up the acidity, we just register that lime juice as just something familiar. And anytime you change that to lemon, pineapple, anything else, it really stands out. In this case, the pineapple really stands out, and it gives it a fresher, lighter, juicier, more tropical flavor. I did use fresh pineapple juice, so that does help. It's going to be better than, the canned stuff, especially in this, when it's not just an additional ingredient. It's really the main flavor here besides your rum is going to be the pineapple juice. It's never going to be a Mai Tai to replace normal Mai Tais, but what is kind of nice about it is you can do this subtle little tweak and serve this to someone, and it does transform it into, I think, something that is even more approachable. I'm not saying Mai Tais are not approachable, but if someone likes a light, fruity drink, then you could just swap out your lime juice for pineapple in a Mai Tai and serve them this, and they'll probably love it. But everything is still there. You get the orange curacao, you get the orgeat, you get the rum still, but mainly pineapple, yet still delicious. Now we're going to make a POG Mai Tai using a store-bought POG juice, which is, of course, passion fruit, orange juice, and guava. I'm estimating this to be about 1 to 1.5% acidity, so I'm going to stick to about 4 milliliters of the acid solution, and we'll just see how this works. You should be able to find this at most stores, at least on the West Coast. I see them in Safeway all the time. I think they have them at Whole Foods even. And I'm just a proud dad because I just recently got my kids into POG juice, and that just makes me happy. So let's start with 1 ounce of our POG juice, 4 milliliters of the acid solution, half an ounce of orgeat, half an ounce of orange curacao, and 2 ounces of a lighter but flavorful rum. Garnish this with some mint, a slice of orange, and then if you're like me and have some old frozen passion fruit in your freezer, I'm going to use that as well. And there you go, a POG Mai Tai. All right, let's try this POG Mai Tai. Cheers. Of the 3 we're having today, this one tastes the most like a normal Mai Tai, even though we're not using aged or heavily aged rum. Part of it is the Probitas is going to be a little bit funkier than most light rum, so it's full of flavor. But also, I think the POG juice, it's so subdued because it's in the background, and it kind of feels like a Mai Tai with a little bit lighter rum, and then the addition of like a little bit of passion fruit. Like there's a little bit of passion fruit. But even in POG juice, if you try that POG juice on its own, it's not like a big hit of passion fruit. It's not like a passion fruit syrup. The guava flavor is more subdued and lost here. And the orange juice is not really there at all. So it kind of just tastes like you get the acidity there from the acid adjusting solution. You get the POG juice, but the POG juice is kind of subdued as would be lime juice in your traditional Mai Tai. So it's fun and different, yet still has a closer DNA to a standard Mai Tai than the pineapple juice one, in my opinion. And then the one that we will make next, which is like very transformative. And that POG juice from the carton has more of there's a more thickness and viscosity to it. The Hawaiian Sun brand also has their own Paso Guava, so if you wanted to use that instead, you could. So not drinks to replace your love of a regular Mai Tai, but if you want to change it up, if you want to create a course of Mai Tais to share with people, or a menu, and you don't want to change too much, then these are simple things. Just swap the juice, acid adjusted juice, maybe play around with your orgeat, maybe play around with the rum if you want to, and then you got something that is still a Mai Tai, to me at least, but different and unique and special and delicious. The final Mai Tai today we are going to make is a strawberry guava Mai Tai with strawberry pineapple orange curacao foam. And I am a sucker for anything that's in a Hawaiian can. And I have no idea where you live, but I find these at 99 Ranch. And you know it's a Hawaiian can because of the ridges. Pretty sure this is the only place in the world that still makes these cans. The Ball Corporation, which pretty much makes all of our cans, never upgraded their facilities in Oahu. So we still get those older can styles, and you know you're getting something canned in Hawaii when you see those sweet, sweet ridges. I had never had the strawberry lilikoi or the strawberry guava canned juice before. I don't think I'd ever seen them before, but I wasn't really sure which one I wanted to use, but I tried both of these. I prefer the guava. To me, going back to the POG Mai Tai we just had, the guava juice in the POG juice, I think to me makes that stand out. Even like the Kern's guava nectar, I love that stuff. So I wanted to go with that flavor. But really, this is not really about these juices specifically. It's just about using anything and then trying to figure out the acidity you need to bring that up. But before I make the Mai Tai, let's make that foam. Into my siphon, I'm going to add 2 ounces of strawberry juice that I just juiced, 2 ounces of pineapple juice, 1 ounce of orange curacao, and now I'm adding in 2 milliliters of my acid solution, and this is my citric acid one, so it's just citric acid. It's just going to give it a little bit more of a bump and touch of acidity. And then finally, 1.5 grams of foam magic. I took some inspiration here from the Monkey Pod Mai Tai and a foam made by More Savory Goods on Instagram. Check him out. Lance makes some of the most interesting and beautiful cocktails on the internet, and he's like the foam machine on Instagram. Pretty sure you can build this in a stand mixer with the foam magic. I just don't know how much foam magic to use, but start with this recipe, see if that works. Increase the foam magic if it's not foam. Now for our drink, this will be a little bit juicier than a normal Mai Tai, and I'm starting with 2 ounces of our strawberry guava juice, half an ounce of a macadamia nut orgeat if you got it. If not, just use the regular stuff. And then 2 ounces of an aged rum. And I can't believe I forgot. We need our acid solution. So I'll put some in here, shake it again, and then I'm gonna pour this onto a large rock of ice. I will top it with our foam, and that's it. The foam is the garnish. There you go, a strawberry guava Mai Tai. All right, final Mai Tai of the day. And if you're newer here or you just haven't watched the most recent Monkey Pod Mai Tai video, you want to know more about foams, go watch that video. This one, we didn't use egg whites, so it's a little bit different than the last one. And this has some orange curacao on it, so there's a little bit of alcohol in here, but not too much, but not kid safe. So let's try this Mai Tai. Cheers. It's the farthest thing from a Mai Tai that we've done today. That was a little bit intentional. Wanted to create something a little bit different, a little bit lengthier with 2 ounces of the juice here. The acidity still comes through. Still get the strawberry. Still get lots of guava. And the foam is delicious. It's kind of a fun foam to play with because if someone doesn't know what's in it, are you going to figure out that there's pineapple in it? The strawberry is kind of the main flavor, but even that can get lost out with orange curacao. It's just a fun, different take on a Mai Tai that's going to be different, especially different than the Monkey Pod and the other 2 that we had today. If you're looking for something new and different, yet still delicious, and you like strawberry and guava and those flavors, then you should try this one. Get yourself a cream whipper or just use a stand mixer to make it easier. But that foam, it's delicious. It's pretty easy once you have all the ingredients, and it tastes great. So that's it for this one. 3 Mai Tais that you can make at home with some acid adjusting solution, going from a simple swap of pineapple juice to a little bit more obscure POG juice to totally changing and reinventing things with a totally different strawberry guava drink with a strawberry pineapple orange curacao foam. You can do all these things at home, and you can transform your Mai Tais to make something new and different, all delicious. I wouldn't say that one of them is my favorite. This one's obviously the most work, The pineapple juice is like very tropical and delicious. The POG one though, I really enjoyed because it felt so close to a regular Mai Tai. So if you're looking to change things up just real simply, and you have access to POG juice, want to feel more Hawaiian, then go with the POG juice one. But all good, all ones that you should try if you want to explore different Mai Tais outside of just swapping in different rums. So if you enjoyed this video, please give it a like below. Consider subscribing to the channel. If you want to support this channel more, check out my Patreon page. And if you've stuck around so far and you love Mai Tais, I believe that I'm posting this video on Monday of Mai Tai week, which will be 5 days of Mai Tais. So buckle up. All right, see you on the next one.